Where do you think you're going? Well, hello everyone. It's been a while. My family and I have just moved to Salem. Well, most of our things. We've been moving our things since April 1, and it's been pretty hectic. I'm still trying to get my bearings and making sure that everything is in order. We still have some things at the old place at my in laws, and hopefully we'll get them by next week. And with that in mind, there are several things that I am going to update you with. First and foremost, I have a new office now. Yay! Yeah. In our old where my in-laws live, I borrowed one of their bedrooms and turned it into an office, and it didn't do the job very well. It wasn't ergonomic, and simply put, it didn't feel like I was as productive as I should have been. And I will give you a micro tour of this studio at the end of the video. I am going to show you a few of the things that I have ordered. I'm not gonna unbox them anytime soon because I still have a bunch of wool that I hope to spin before I open these. I got me some wool from Blue Moon Alpacas. I think it's a pound of Jacob wool. I've been trying different types of Jacob wools. So far, I think this is the third Jacob wool that I have purchased. It's not local, or it's not within state. The first two Jacob wools that I purchased are one is from Newberg, Oregon, and the other one is from Klamath Falls. So they're both in Oregon. This one is from Pennsylvania. I'm kind of curious to see the difference between the textures. I'm actually spinning. I'm spinning the one that's from Klamath Falls right now, and it came in a bat, so that's a bit of a learning curve for me. I've been spinning on roving balls, or roving balls. I haven't tried bats yet. They're okay. I think I still prefer roving, but to each their own. And then I also got me I think this is Shetland. Yeah, I got more of that really nice Shetland wool. I hope I can show you a few pictures at the end of this video. And it's really beautiful. Beautiful dark. It's almost black. Shetland comes in several colors compared to other sheep breeds, and the black one is very mesmerizing. I got me another kind of Shetland. This giant 2 pounds of Shetland. Just bought this today from a lovely lady from Sherwood, Oregon. Another local yarn. I think this was her last batch, and I think, in my opinion, this is gonna be the last batch of wool that I will buy until next year. Perhaps. Depends on how many of you lovely people will buy my yarn. If you buy more of my yarn, I will be able to purchase more from small farms and keep the business ecosystem going, so to speak. And apart from yarn, I have started purchasing books. I really love reading books, but ever since I had Gail, I think I never had the time to really peruse any books because he destroys books like most toddlers do. I can't say most toddlers do that, but he did destroy several books, and he still does that to this day. So I'm gonna keep these lovely books away from him until he perceives the value of books better. I got me the Spinner's Book of Fleas. I got tempted to buy this because of the, I think it's the Wool and Fiber Arts group in Facebook. I'm a part of several Facebook groups right now, and I keep forgetting which one is which. And this is the first book that I have somewhat read from the list of things that I have, and it's really lovely. It shows you like a breed by breed guide, so it will hopefully teach me how to spin my wool better, especially the breeds that came from the Livestock Conservancy. And then these two just came in this afternoon. The Spinner's Book of Yarn Design by Sarah Anderson, and Yarnitecture. Yarnitecture, a knitter's guide of spinning yarn. So hopefully I can make better yarns, spin better yarns after this, and that I hope you will purchase them so that I can keep this channel going and just keep giving to farmers, because farmers definitely need our help right now. I mean, we need to help each other as much as we can. Remember to always buy small, shop local, and help each other out during the pandemic. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. It's April feature of the month. As some of you might recall, the person that I'm featuring today is Dottie Johnson, and she's the owner of DJS Farm Joyables. They are located in Milo, Iowa, and she is the owner of a rescue farm. So she has some rescue sheep, and she's going to be talking more about that. And I do believe she also has donkeys in her farm. And she will also explain as to how that came about. And when I first started spinning, I think I started spinning in February. Oh man, it's not that long ago. I just started spinning this year. I was looking around for the more affordable way to knit. So for me, I wanted to create my own yarn because yarn can be expensive, as some of you know. The common higher ends of yarn would be like Malabrigo or let's see, what's local here would be, oh man, I've forgotten. It's at the tip of my tongue. Anyway, there's like Wonderland Yarns. There's a whole bunch of these really, really beautiful yarns, like Perth, which can cost up to like 28 to 30 something dollars per skein. And I thought to myself, why not learn the process of spinning my own wool? Because the more you process something, the more expensive it could get. So I did some research, and I thought, what is the cheapest way for me to start? Because I have purchased several fiber arts tools that have already like costed somewhere around, well, the estimated value today would be in the thousands already, but I got some of them for a great discount, which I am very lucky to have had. spinning wool can be expensive depending on the tools that you start with. So for me, I started with a drop spindle that cost about $7, which is super nice. It came from the knit store. And I thought, I also researched on what yarn would be the easiest to start with, or what breed of wool would be the easiest to start with. We are very much familiar with merino, of course, and then there's also natural merino or superwash merino. And superwash is definitely more processed because it allows you to machine wash your wool instead of like hand soaking it. And I thought to myself, why don't I look in Facebook and see if there's anybody who is either giving their yarn away for free, or selling their yarn for cheaps, or selling their yarn for a reasonable price but free shipping. And funny enough, I saw somebody from Milo, Iowa, guess who? And she was selling her pound of roving for $23 per pound and free shipping. And that is something you don't see every day. If you look at Etsy, there are some places that sell wool for an affordable price, like Blue Moon Alpacas. They sold their Jacob for $18 a pound, I think. I don't know if that's for sale, if there's an event and it's for sale, or if that's really the price that they were selling it for. But, I did purchase that $18 a pound, but the shipping was like $20. So, technically, I paid $28 for that one. And I was like, I started messaging her and asked her, how do you raise your sheep? And what made you raise your sheep? Is there do you have an Etsy store where I can purchase it? Because Facebook can be it can be a bit difficult to purchase things straight off of Facebook. So I got talking to Daddy more and learned more about her farm and what she does. And I thought to myself, what she's doing is really impressive, because for a knitter like me, who, I don't have my own farm, for her, she started raising sheep not because she's a fiber artist, but she raised sheep because she is an animal lover, and she's actually vegetarian. And she just took care of the sheep for the love of sheep. And then from that love of sheep, she is slowly starting to learn more about fiber arts. And I think she has also dabbled a little bit in dyeing the yarn that she has gotten from the mill. So everything she does so far, yarn wise, or wool wise, is, she gets her sheep shorn once a year and then sends it to the mill, and then the mill processes it for her as either roving or a complete yarn. And she has a few products on her store. If you check it out at DJS Farm Joyables in Etsy, she, I think, also sells some candles and soaps, I believe, along with her woolen products, which would be the 1 pound roving ball. She has dryer balls as well, and some yarns that are ready for knitting or crocheting. So I think that's it for me with introductions. I have a lot to thank Dottie for, because if it weren't for the pricing of her yarn, I don't think I would have been able to start spinning myself and fall in love with this craft myself. So thank you very much, Dottie, and without further ado, we will let her tell her story.
everyone, Dottie from DJ's from Joyables, and these are my sheep. We started off with 6 baby dolls from a breeder who weathered them. She didn't want to breed them, and rather than cull them, she sold them to me. We also have 2 of the black-faced sheep who were rescued from a roadside zoo situation last year. That's Ba. The other one is Humbug. Baby dolls are the ones who kind of look like cows. They've got wool on their faces. Over there is Bob and Fudge and Munchkin. We have 2 black-faced sheep, which are Ba and Humbug. They were rescued from a roadside zoo situation last year. We have 1 3-legged sheep named Eve, who the breeder that I got her from, she jumped over a fence. And there's Eve. She's a 3-legged sheep. The previous owner, the breeder, she escaped and jumped over a fence and shattered her leg, and the vet amputated and for the
Good.
Before we even got the sheep, we got the donkeys. They're good guard animals for sheep. They'll chase away and sometimes even kill coyotes and foxes, which prey on sheep. So we got the donkeys before we even got the sheep, and they are all of the donkeys and miniature horses are from the same rescue group, Lesko Farms in Malvern, Iowa. This is Tina. She's an old ewe. She's a California mutant breed. Gizmo likes a lot of attention. He gets in trouble sometimes for that, but he has really good wool. You can see all the sheep over there. We have 22 sheep. They've all got names, and I hope to be able to sell the wool and yarn and wool balls attached to each of their names, so you know what sheep the yarn comes from when you buy it.
A huge thank you again to Dottie for taking the time and effort with showing us around your farm and for doing your work. And I hope that you will also fall in love with spinning or some kind of fiber art in this process. And hopefully we can welcome you to the community of fiber artists out there who are in need of the wool that come from your cute little sheep. So if you are interested, my viewers, you can once again purchase her yarn either from her store DJ's Farm Joyables in Etsy, or you can look for her at the marketplace, and her name is Dottie Johnson. And of course, you can also purchase some of her yarn through me, the ones that I have personally hand spun, if you're interested. And next month, our next feature of the month will be a local farm here in Oregon. And we will be doing the May feature of the month with Bide a Wee Farms. And Karen Lobb is going to share with us her, she's going to tell us more about her farm and what Shave 'em to Save 'em is about. She is a member of the Livestock Conservancy, and we'll learn more about that next month. and I hope that you will continue to watch my channel. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and also share with your friends about my website and my YouTube channel. And thank you again for spending some time with me today, and see you next time.